Make buffet markers for your table. Buffets are one of the best ways of serving meals. Through buffets, your guests will have a chance to pick whatever type of food that they want, in whatever quantities. For you, buffets are also easier to prepare since you will not require waiters to bring the dishes individually. One of the usual problems that a buffet faces, however, is unlabelled food. In particularly large gathering and parties, the guests may be unable to identify what food you have prepared. To solve this problem, make your own buffet markers. Gather stones or other materials. Making buffet markers does not have to be difficult or expensive. There are plenty of materials that you can use to make your markers. One of the most popular materials is white stones that have a flat surface. If you live near the beach, there will be plenty of these. Take these white stones and carefully brush them and clean them with dish-washing soaps. Dry these in the sun afterwards. Apart from stones, you can also use other light or cream-colored materials. Plenty of bookshops, craft stores, and scrapbook stores will have little card placeholders that you can also use. Stones, however, add to the ambience and decoration as well. List down the food. Once the stones have been prepared, list down all the food items that you have prepared. Make sure that each food item has a corresponding stone buffet marker. Use a darkly colored permanent marker to write down the dishes on the stone markers. Make sure that the stone pieces that you use are flat and smooth enough for you to write on. Some stone pieces have plenty of little holes and air pockets that will make writing very difficult. If you know someone with excellent handwriting, you can also ask them to write down the dish names for you. Arrange on the buffet table. Once this is done, you can place the buffet stone markers on the table. Arrange the dishes first on the table and then add the markers. Be sure that the markers are as close to the dish that they represent as possible. Otherwise, some people may mistake the dishes. In some cases, you can use fancy tags and labels that you can attach onto the edge of the dishes where the meals are served. Use for other meal reminders. These little buffet markers can also be used for more than just naming the dish that has been served. You can also place the buffet markers on items that contain nuts and milk, as well as other food products that some guests may be allergic to. You can also use the markers to separate vegetarian foods that have been prepared specifically for vegans who can grow to be sensitive to traces of meat. With the buffet markers installed at the table, Your guests can easily select which meals they prefer, and can even ask you afterwards for the recipe for the dishes that they have fallen in love with.